Folks, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
So let's get started. First of all, welcome back, folks. Today is November the 4th, Saturday. Again, another beautiful morning in California. Excellent weather. And thank you for being here despite the excellent weather outside. We are going to cover a new topic, but I'll recap what we did before. But before I recap, just a few reminders for all of you. Folks, all of your lesson plans, all the videos, they are there on the course portal. I don't know if you're keeping track, but they are all there. And you can refer to them. This portal will be accessible to you forever, or so long as the server lasts, right? This is one. The other thing to be aware of is if you go to the YouTube channel, in YouTube, Support Vectors has a channel. In this channel, there are quite literally hundreds of videos, close to 400 videos that you will find on the channel. There are videos that are uploaded, and there are videos that are from live sessions. These days, if you remember, we just put the live sessions straight onto the portal. So, for example, if you want to see what we did the last few times, this is the one that is live. If you want, you can just watch what's happening now, right now. Last week, we did the morning session on adversarials. Then we did the fast gradient sign method for adversarial attack. And then we did the dimpled manifold hypothesis for why adversarial attacks are so easy to do, or they happen with machine learning models. So today we are going to do a completely new topic, and that topic is voice cloning. Oh yes, I should. Excellent point. Let's see if it comes through. Yes, something should happen. This is today's topic. And today, I'll take a slightly different approach. I'll take the approach that, and you'll see what approach I take. But before I go into it, the usual things, folks, just to remind you, we not only give training, we also provide consultancy, and we give corporate training. If any one of you are interested, or if your team needs to get something done, we do implementations also. So we have a lot of experience by now, hopefully you're convinced. Next point to make is, this entire bootcamp is about this long journey from taking what are POC codes or research papers and bringing them into production, making them into enterprise scale, robust, high performance architectures, which is not an easy task. And this task often requires that we understand not just how the models work, but we also understand how to formulate everything in such a way that it scales, that it runs in a distributed computer environment, right? And you can do distributed training and distributed computations. So that is the long journey. In that long journey, I must also mention that many of you know that you have access to the enterprise, the inference server. I'm getting some very good numbers. Hamad yesterday reported that he was able to index and vectorize, create vector embeddings of the entire Wikipedia, right? And the whole thing happened in a few minutes. We are talking about 80 million vector embeddings. So obviously, if you're working on your, God forbid, MacBooks or laptops or whatever, it is high time that you started doing these things on the proper AI inference server that you all have access to. Now, many of you have built your own machines, thanks to Sukhpal. And if you have those machines, you have a single GPU, you may still consider that for do many of the things on your single GPU machine. But when it comes to compute at scale, like doing this AI inferences at scale, use the inference server. But use the inference server only when you need to. Don't use it for non-AI tasks. I will be enforcing the quota system. Each team will get a day of the week. So use your day of the week wisely. The machines are, the inference server is massive. Yesterday, Hamad wrote some code that used the full CPU utilization and GPU utilization. It caused the circuit breaker to trip off. Right? So we have put it on
due to Ray.
The Ray thing. Yeah, right? Yeah, Ray did a distributed.
Yeah, if you don't properly optimize it, even on my Mac, it gets
completely used up. Yes. So as Praveen pointed out, be careful with the configurations on Ray. Otherwise, it will end up hogging all the resources. And well, today the inference server is on a massive electrical circuit. You can't trip it off, but you can waste a lot of electricity and overload the machine. Right? So be careful. And these are normal considerations you'll have in production. Once again, AI enterprise is a sum of many parts. There's data infrastructure, there are people, there are models, there are algorithms, ML platform, ML ops, visualization, and then the ethics and interpretability will be our last session. We are going to do that. We'll end this bootcamp with that.
Also, the folks know how to use and monitor all these resources. I think that is very important when they're on their application.
That is true. That is true. So, Ray dashboard has it,
and also the
NVIDIA SMI. So yeah, Praveen is pointing out that you guys need to be really skilled at monitoring how your AI jobs are progressing. Please do develop those skills. Look into NVIDIA SMI, look into Ray dashboard, see what is happening. Don't just blindly fire things and leave it running. Right. So again, this is by now you must have, I'm not going to dwell upon it. We have a lot that happens in ML ops. By now you should have become quite familiar with each of the pieces and each of the pieces here. So today's topic is this. We are going to do voice cloning. When you do voice cloning, I'm going to do a slight shift. I noticed that I would come every day with some papers. Go ahead. Oh, TV is not on. Okay, I apologize. I don't know what happened. And better. All right. So usually I would pick the research papers and then ask you guys to do a silent reading. And then I would discuss the paper in the afternoon. What would usually happen is not many people would do a really good silent studying of the paper. It would be just glancing at it or the abstract and so forth. So today, I will expect each team to come forward with one paper on voice cloning, sit where I'm sitting, and present it to the team. So today I am putting some emphasis on paper reading, guys. Let us see which paper each team picks. Pick a different paper. Voice cloning is a very, very important topic. And voice-based AI models, voice processing, is big. Voice cloning is something I want you to take seriously, but there are alternatives if you can't think of, today let's keep for voice cloning. Then there is text to speech and so on and so forth, but let's stick to voice cloning. You'll do that. Now, we'll review it in the afternoon. We'll do some team presentations. Which team would like to present their work today? No team. People seem to be petered out. Guys, I know that this is the holiday season starting up. Diwali is around the corner, and everybody seems to be in a holiday mood. but we need to make progress with this. November is going to be a tough month. You'll have to multiplex within multiple priorities, right? The home celebrations and everything. At the same time, we need to do this boot camp seriously. So that. Now I'm going to announce the project today. What is the project? The project, and by the way, what are the things that we have done? These are all the things that we have done. Today we are entering voice cloning. As you can see, we have done a pretty long journey. I'm going to give you your final project today. Go ahead, Sanjay.
I think you're not sharing this.
I am not sharing the screen on Zoom. Okay. Let's see. Oh, screen sharing has stopped because of our external display getting connected. I apologize.
Can you also share a link to the presentation?
All of the presentations are linked. Okay, I'll send it right away. But remember that all the presentations on the course portal, but this one hasn't been linked. I'll link it immediately. Right. So guys, this is what we have done so far. Today is voice cloning. And here's the project. This is a big project. I want you guys to do it as your final and big project for the whole month of November. What you need to do is you need to go and take all the videos that are here on the Support Vectors portal, and they're about under 400 videos here. I want you guys to go get the transcript of all the videos in each of the teams. You know that you can get the transcript of the videos. When you get the transcript, you'll be a bit disappointed because those transcripts won't have punctuations or anything. It will be just one long running text. Right. Now, I want you guys to sieve it through. First of all, repunctuate it as best as you can. Right. Put it through transformer models. Do everything that you did, your chunking, your RAG, your everything. Generate a summary. For each video, use an LLM to create a good summary of it. Extract the salient points that were talked about. Next, I want you to create a virtual assistant, a virtual teaching assistant that you can ask questions to. And finally, it should respond in either your voice or my voice. Right? So create a teaching assistant that completely clones. You can pick a person, you can pick my voice, and it responds. Maybe for uniformity, you can take my voice. It will speak back the answers in my voice. This is a big project. I want you guys to give your best to doing this project. Are we understanding all the parts of the project?
Can you just say that?
Yes. Or take all the 400 odd videos at Support Vectors YouTube channel, get their transcripts, clean it out, use large language models to create a punctuated version of the text of the transcript. B, have the large language model create really good summaries with important points summarized or itemized for each of the videos. And finally, to create a RAG on it, then for any question that is asked, have the answer come out from a virtual teaching assistant who responds in my voice as well as in text. Looks easy, guys?
I also can pull up the video.
Yes, there'll be multiple. If you synthesize the answer from multiple videos, then as part of the RAG, also pull out those different videos as references.
And also point to the exact location.
Point to the exact location will be hard. That will be a bit of a stretch. But if you can do that, then all power to you.
I think we can do that. We have done already.
You have done it. Okay, so then point to exact locations in the video. Actually, that part I don't know. I'll learn from you guys. I haven't done that.
So whisper music.
Whisper gives you, oh, because with Whisper you can get that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a text with the timeline.
They have just released last 2 weeks back that API.
Whisper has
Whisper,
it.
just 2 3 weeks back.
And so you can give it an audio and it will give you annotated.
Yeah, you need to give that new API then argument.
Excellent. So Abhijit just mentioned that Whisper has come out with a new API that, given the audio, will annotate the text in the video and give you the exact locations. So guys, please take this project seriously. Do it. I will release a reference solution, but I won't do it till end of December, which means that, and this final project and your last project and your RAG project, I mean, everything that you have done till now, will give the final day of this bootcamp as a team-wide competition. Whichever team does it well gets a special prize. Those of you who did the last competition well are wearing, let's just say that they are wearing the special prize. Well, if you aspire to win it again, you can always wear it on the other hand. So that's your project, guys. That's all I'll say. I'll end with that. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, so, like, will you be doing any fine tuning of embeddings or anything?
Yes, we will be. So, in fact, this project will require you to fine tune. Right? So it will require you to fine tune to get good answers, fine tune to the machine learning domain. So when you get all of those texts, so by the way, maybe I'll make it a necessary part of the project.
Yeah.
See guys, when you extract all of the text, you'll notice that when you ask it questions and it comes back with answers, the RAG, or when it comes back with search results, generic search results are not good. What you want to do is do contrastive learning on the text, which means that you must create at least, each team should create at least 2,000 triplets. Right? Create 2,000 meaningful triplets from the text of the videos, and use that to fine tune your model. That's the fine tuning part. Any questions, guys?
Because it will be a chatbot kind of.
Yes.
You need to fine tune it.
You need to fine tune the chatbot also. So guys, there are many opportunities to do it right. And the hint is you will have to fine tune, you will have to do voice cloning, you will have to do RAG, you'll have to use LLMs pretty extensively. I can't tell you how many. Let me just say that by the time you're done with this project, you will be using about a dozen transformers. You'll be using different transformers at different places of this project, and you will have a true enterprise class product which will run on Ray.
Can you say about triplets?
Praveen is asking, what is a triplet? See, for contrastive loss, you have to give triplets. No? Or one is a reference sentence, one is a similar sentence, reworded, and one is a completely different sentence.
Do we get started to get to the triplets, the triplet loss training?
Yes. You can get started. And remember, guys, each team has access to the inference server. At this moment, I'm not setting up a rotation because most of you have not started using it, but you should start using it. The only thing you should not do is start putting SQL Server, MySQL database or Postgres and other things. And you won't be able to because you won't have sudo privilege. But even if you don't have sudo privilege, don't start putting lots of SQL Server, MySQL Docker and Elasticsearch Docker and whatnot. Those things should be on the machines that each team has been given. Each of you have been given a server, a very powerful server. Some of you have built your own powerful servers with GPUs. Keep the infrastructure there. Use the inference server only for the AI part, for inferences.
Only computers.
Only computes, yes. Only for computes. Don't use it for anything else. Yeah, for storage, you should use another machine. And I will also release, I'm still in the process of building, but with some luck today, I will put unraid with Sukhpal's help on one of the servers. So you will have access to 120 terabytes of disk space as an NFS mount available on the network. Right? Trust me, 120 terabytes is more than enough. Right? A bit of a point for some of you to know, Hamad just ran the Wikipedia, the embedding, the vector embedding and indexing yesterday on the entire Wikipedia content, with its close to 6 million articles. After chunking, it became about 60 to 100 million chunks. Those 100 million chunks, the inference server, well, if you do 100 million chunks, I don't know how long it will take on your machine. Anybody has an idea? What is the chunk? What is the indexing? What's the vector embedding rate on your machines? Most of you are getting something like 100 embeddings a minute, 1,000 embeddings a minute at most, a few hundred embeddings a minute. On the inference server, just to give you a measure of how fast and brutal it is, it does 100 million embeddings in the better part of 8 minutes. Right? So you're looking at a beast of a machine. Right? And it is proportionately very expensive. So try not to burn it down. Right? It's really a beast of a machine. We have put massive cooling on it to make sure that it stays cool. It's heavily fanned and there's a dedicated AC on top of it. Use it wisely, and you will get a real sense of how powerful AI servers are in production grade systems. So with that, I will stop. If anybody has questions, please ask. Anybody has questions, guys? Any questions?
Yeah. For the voice cloning, I assume that also you need some fine tuning based on your voice, right?
Well, there are voice tuning models that easily learn from your voice, but yes, the answer is yes, Ashinder. Let me just say, let me just drop some magical works. Woof, woof, bark. If that's a hint.
Oh. Got it. Okay.
Models available.
Yeah, and Valley and more models. Right? So this time, guys, because I'm expecting you guys to discover a good paper on voice cloning and present it, I won't give any more hints. But guys, come to the stage in a couple of hours at 2 o'clock and explain those papers. Right? For all of this time now, for many months, for 6 months, I've been doing the paper reading. But now you should have reached the maturity level at which, as a team at least, you can dissect a paper and explain it in clear terms. So today, you guys will explain the paper and I will be learning. So there we go. Any other questions, guys? Shushinder, I hope you pick your paper. You'll be the first one to present. Wasser's time.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying this is multimedia, and this is very close to the work you do, Sushinder. You like it?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Nice. All right, guys. So I'll end this session now, and we'll take it from there. We'll meet at 2 after lunch. You have 3 hours to read a paper, a long time.